One of the most horrible tragedies which Azerbaijan experienced in the 20th century is Xocalı genocide. It's likely genocides committed in Khatyn, Lydia, or Adu, reflected in the history of mankind.
In the early hours of February 26, 1992, the armed forces of Armenia, the armed Armenian militants of the Nagorno-Karabakh and motorised infantry battalion number 366 of the former Soviet Union and dislocated between Askaran and Kankendi, they occupied the town and committed genocide against the Azerbaijanis.
On that night when Armenian committed genocide in Xocalı, 613 peaceful residents were murdered with special cruelty, tortured, beheaded and blinded. Pregnant women were bayoneted. Among them were 63 children, 106 women and 70 elderly people. A part of the population trying to escape encountered ambushes, violence on their way out of the town and was murdered.
According to the materials of the Russian Legal Protection Memorial Center, 200 Azerbaijani corpses were brought from Xocalı to Agdam within 4 days, and it was discovered that they were subject to abuses, torture and mutilation. 181 corpses, among them 133 men, 51 women and 13 children, were examined by court medical experts who determined that 151 of them were shot. 20 of them died of wounds due to the fragmentation of shells, and 10 of them were beaten to death by blunt tools. There was also evidence that the men were scalped alive.
In the address to the United Nations, European Union, Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, it is already more than 10 years as we persons become refugees. Appeal with heavy art and large hope to peaceful nations and to peaceful nations of the world and international organizations.
We ask you not to remain indifferent about disaster happened with us in result of Armenian aggression. We believe that authoritative international organizations like the UN, EU and OSCE, peaceful states will take measures against aggression and tyranny of Armenia.
Conventions, laws passed in the world criticize genocides like Xocalı tragedy and call them inadmissible. Azerbaijan nation has all legal base to bring suit against the Armenian Republic in the International Court of the United Nations, guiding by convention, warning and punishment of genocide crime. The world must know this crime directed not only against the Azerbaijan nation, but all civilized world, mankind. Persons like Seyran Ohanyan, Sersa Gisyan, Robert Kacharyan and others, holding high state positions at present, must answer before the international court.
The crime shouldn't remain silent. Armenian military political aggression must be condemned by world society.
International organizations, parliaments of the world states must give political legal appraisal of Xocalı genocide, military crime committed by the Armenian public in the Azerbaijan